Hola a todos and welcome back to my channel. You may remember me from such times as YouTube 2019. You may also notice that this couch is not green. Don't worry guys, I've got a green blanket. We're still in Spain. I thought people might not believe me that I was still in Spain unless I kept my green blanket. It's actually New Zealand. If you're a real fan, you'll understand. A few things happened in 2020. The world ended as we know it. I also moved to Barcelona and rejoined the full-time workforce. Weird choice, I know. Yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna list off a whole heap of excuses for why I was less productive than I intended to be in 2020. The important thing is that I'm back and I may or may not still have some subscribers who care about my content. And for them, I decided to make this video. A new year, new me. Even though technically nothing changed when I ate that 12th grape, when the clock struck 12. I'm going to change for 2021, even if the world won't. No, I'm joking guys, I'm really positive. I think this year's going to be way better. Let's get on with the video, which is 5 weird Spanish traditions that circulate around Christmas time. Because Christmas is really intense in Spain. Like, the festive season here starts and it kind of keeps going. I say 5 because one of them I don't know that much about. So it's technically 6 traditions, but one of them I can't really give you any information on. It's like a bonus for you guys to school me, as you probably will anyway. I do actually have like a lot of like fun, intense content ideas for 2021. And I also still have content that I need to make from 2019 and 2020. Like things that I filmed in Spain that I haven't put together because of lack of motivation because 2020 happened.
This is a super lazy, low effort video, but I promise that future videos will be way more interesting.
Maybe you'll find this one super interesting. Who knows? I don't know. No one understands how the internet algorithms work.
Do they?
I thought I would do them like vaguely in chronological order for how they happen throughout the year and then do like 2 bonus ones at the end, but also it was an easy way to order my video. It's not in order of weirdest to least weird or most important to least important. Anyway, the first one is the Christmas Raffle. Spain has a national Christmas raffle that happens on the 22nd of December every year. And it's commonly referred to as El Gordo. El Gordo? Why can't every time I turn the camera on, it's like I can't say anything. Single R's are worse than double R's in Spanish. It's a fact. Anyway, it kind of means like the fat one, but it's like really referring to the winnings of the raffle. I believe it is actually the biggest raffle in the world, and if it's not, someone will tell me in the comments. The first Christmas raffle was actually in 1812. It didn't start off being run by the Spanish government, but it was to raise funds nationally for the troops in Cádiz, who were currently in 1812 fighting none other than Napoleon. Crazy. Wild. Just any reference to Napoleon, like a thing that exists now that... I have neighbors now too, guys. Get used to that. Anyway, I thought I would tell you a little bit about the history. So it has run continuously since then. It even ran during the Civil War, and I believe that there were 2 parts. So parts of Catalonia and also Burgos wanted to run their own separate ones during the Civil War, but it continued regardless. It continued through Franco years. Like this is the raffle. I think it's the 2nd longest running raffle lottery in the world's history. This is my serious face. Like I'm telling you, this is a wild raffle. And I'm not even joking. Like literally the first year that I was in Spain during Christmas, I was like so confused because outside all of the places that sell lottery tickets.
Loterias.
Loterias? What is the word in English? Lottery shops? I'll voice over if I remember the word in English. I checked. There's no word in English. Yeah, there were like queues and queues of people like just lining up on the street, and I was like, wow, Spanish people are really into the lottery. No, it turns out they're just really into this one lottery. I mean, they are kind of really into lotteries in general. People do sell them on the street a lot more often for charities and stuff than I think you would see in Australia, and I just feel like it's become part of like my life so much that I don't even notice that it's strange anymore. It's really confusing to explain this actually, and people explained it to me the first year I was here, and I swear to God I didn't understand anyone who explained it to me. So they're all made up of, I believe, 5-digit numbers, but obviously to get enough lottery tickets they repeat the number. And so if you want to buy a full ticket, so like a full number, I believe it's 200 euros. So what they also do is, so you can buy the full ticket, or you can buy a decimo, which is like 1/10 of a ticket. So you can either buy 1/10 of a ticket, or you can buy a full ticket, and the 1/10 is obviously 20 euros. And then you can also what else can you do? You can also buy a participation, and these are usually sold by like people who are maybe selling something that's for a charity or thing like that. And I can't off the top of my head remember like the slogan that they have for the thing, but more or less it's like, better to share.
El mejor premio es compartirlo.
It's something about sharing. So yeah, that's why, I mean, that's one of the reasons why it's really a very sweet thing that they do. I mean, it's technically gambling, but it's like a cute type of gambling. So yeah, so sometimes a lot of people will buy the same number from one shop in Spain, which will mean if that number wins, that lots of people in that same town will win the prize money, or like a portion of the prize money, which is really nice. So they'll often have like this area in Spain and this area in Spain, these people all won this amount of money, which is cute. It's like just so cute.
I just think it's the cutest lottery that ever has existed.
The other thing about it is, if that shop has had a winning lottery number or something in the past, it'll often become more popular because of luck. And so those ones will get bigger queues. And I'm not joking, guys, like I wish I'd taken a video of it at some point, but people will literally line up on the street for ages the days leading up to this lottery draw.
Yeah, it's just literally the cutest lottery in the world. I think I can say that.
So I'm sorry, but the second thing that I'm going to talk about is the one that I don't really know that much about. I didn't write down the word in Spanish. But I believe it would be El Día de los Santos Inocentes, the Day of Innocence. This happens on the 28th of December. It's technically like April Fool's Day, so their version of April Fool's Day. And this happens also in like Mexico and other places like that. But I have never really lived in a place that celebrated this really heavily. I believe Valencia is one of the places that has the biggest celebrations for this. And I tried to do a bit of research. I ran out of time and I have to go to work tomorrow, so I thought I'd better actually film this. I just wanted to throw it in there because it's weird, and I would kind of weirdly like to celebrate it because April Fool's Day is great. Oh, that just reminded me of the time my grandpa wore his shirt inside out on April Fool's Day, and my dad kept telling him, Freddie, your shirt's inside out. Like, Dad, come on, your shirt's inside out. And he was like, I'm not gonna fall for that. He doesn't speak like that, but he does have an accent. Yeah, so he wore his shirt inside out all day. The third one that I want to talk about is probably my favorite one, and I'd say it's as cute as the lottery tickets, but actually I did some research on it the other day, and it's even cooler when you know the origins, or at least the like so-called origins of it. So that is the 12 grapes. On the 31st of December at 12 seconds to 12, Spanish people will eat 12 grapes. So one grape for every second, or every gong of the like 12, the clock. I don't know. And people will actually watch this TV program, which I don't know what it's called because I just watched a Twitch live stream, but anyway, they like count them down and you have to go. It's so popular that when you go to the supermarkets, they'll have cans of like 12 grapes, literally exactly 12 grapes in the can, peeled, so they're much easier to like just. They'll also have like little containers of like just grapes, or you can obviously just buy grapes. It's probably the most economical way to do it, but I went with the can
because I just thought that the can was really cute.
Originally, someone told me that in the early 1900s, it came about because grape growers needed to sell more grapes. They just had an excess of grapes and they wanted to find a way to sell them. But then I did some digging, and apparently that's just when it became super popular. Apparently in the 1880s, roughly, according to my sources, the upper class in Madrid, so Los Gatos, they started drinking champagne and eating grapes to like kind of copy the French on New Year's Eve. And so then like some of the more middle class, lower classes, I don't know, other people went to Plaza del Sol, I think it is, you know, the square with the like center point of Spain. And they started like eating grapes in mockery of the upper class. And I believe it goes even deeper. And this tradition, I don't know anything about it, and I would love to know some more, so if someone can tell me. People went in their red underwear into the street and also ate the grapes, and I think it was all a mockery of the upper class, but there is somewhere in Spain that they still go into the streets in their underwear when the like clock strikes 12, which is just so Spanish that it has to be red underwear. It's not like everyone runs out in their underwear when the clock strikes 12, because remember, it's winter here for New Year's, it's not Australia. They like run out into the streets, but it specifically has to be red underwear. And it's not the only country that does it. It also happens with something similar in Italy. And one of my Instagram friends the other day told me that his family also do it. So it's also a tradition in Mexico.
I literally never think to tell you guys to follow me on Instagram, but I do post a lot of Spanish content over there. So if you're interested in that, here's my @handle.
Over and out from Future Elyce.
So the next one that I wanted to talk about, which I've also mentioned in a video before but didn't really explain, is Three Kings Day. So Los Reyes, they usually refer to it here, and happens on the 6th of January. And the thing that's really interesting about this is, one, it does not happen in the Anglo world. Like, no one knows about this. No one I know has known about it until they've been in Spain. Essentially, what it is, it aligns with the three wise men from the Bible, which I knew about because my dad is born on the 6th of January, and we used to take the Christmas tree down on this day because that's when the three wise men arrived. And that was our tradition on that day. But in Spain, it's way more fun.
I didn't mean to say that my dad's birthday was boring. I meant to say that taking down a Christmas tree was boring. But also, I missed my dad's birthday by 1 hour because of the stupid time difference between Australia and Spain. So to make it up to him, I thought you guys could help. And if you're still watching at this point, write "Happy Birthday, John" in the comments. Thanks for making me a better daughter, guys.
Oh no! How was your drive?
Good fun.
Good fun.
A bit like the Great Ocean Road, except 50% less width. Complete, absolute drop off at the edge of the bitumen. Twice as windy with twice as many overhanging cliffs and death over the edge. But apart from that,
in Spain they have like a big parade, and people in the parade dress up as some of like, I guess, the nativity scene, but mostly the three kings. And so you'll see like a float fully of children dressed as like Balthasar, let's be honest, it's always Balthasar, but like all the different kings, and every town will have its own like unique parade and things like that. And I'm not here to talk about the politics of the parade, that's for someone else. The thing that I find really interesting about it is that in Spain, in a lot of parts of Spain, this is actually the time when people give presents. So you get, a lot of kids will get their main presents for Christmas from the wise men or the kings, and not from Santa Claus or Papa Noel, I guess. It seems a bit different in Catalonia. I spoke to a few people here and they said that on their mum's side of the family, they do the King's Day, and on their dad's side of the family, they do Santa Claus, or like vice versa. So it's not like necessarily that everyone in Spain gets all of their presents from the kings, but it is more traditional in most parts of Spain to do the present giving around King's Day. And they'll usually have they always have the parade on the 5th in the evening. And the parade is crazy, like literally insane. All the people in the floats will be like throwing sweets. And the first town that I was in, they used to throw ham. Don't worry, it was blow up ham. But if you caught it, you got a real leg of ham, which is pretty amazing because they're pretty expensive even in Spain. So they'll like be throwing candy, and I'm not joking, the abuelas are there, they're like elbowing you out of the way to grab the candy. Like, you really need to be like ready to like either dodge and grab or just like step back and don't worry about the candy. You can just buy yourself some candy. It's no point in fighting with the abuelas. It's just not, it's not worth it. They're fierce here. They're really fierce. Anyway, they're my like main Christmas traditions. But since I'm living in Catalonia, I thought I would give you 2 bonus weird traditions in Spain that are from Catalonia. So the first one of these is the caganar. I think I'm pronouncing that properly. I don't know. Anyway, they're usually like a little man bent over, like a little figurine bent over, literally taking a caca. They hide them in the nativity scenes, so they'll like be like all the other normal figurines, but then there'll be like a little man or a little lady or like something else in the nativity scenes bent over taking a They're hilarious. Like I'm kind of obsessed with them. The Spanish have this weird thing, which, let's be honest, they have a lot of jokes about it as well. Caga en la leche. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about was the cagatillo. I don't know that much about this one, but I did see them around a lot in the lead up to Christmas. So they're this log, and on the front of the log they paint a face, and then I believe it's on Christmas Day, but actually I probably should have checked this before I sat down to do this video.
Okay, so I did some reading, and apparently in the lead up to Christmas, people feed the log food scraps. I'm not really sure how you can feed a log, but if someone can tell me, that would be great. And then you hit it with a stick and sing a song. I'm not going to sing it to you, and I'm not going to read it in Catalan because I don't speak Catalan, but I will read you the translation of the song that they sing. Poop log, log of Christmas. Don't poop salted herring, they are too salty. Poop turons, they are much better. I still have a lot of questions, so if anyone would like to explain, is it supposed to give you turon or is it supposed to give you presents? And when do you hit it? And when and how do you feed it?
Pretty cute because they have these cute little faces on them and they're a piece of wood, and I know the kids like chant at them to like poo presents, but that's really the only thing I know about it.
I don't know where it came from or anything like that. So this has been a very uninformative video mostly.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I mostly did research on the lottery and the grapes, obviously. So that's everything that I wanted to talk to you about in this video. Obviously there's like a lot of other weird, I say weird, like traditions that we're not used to in the Anglo world in Spain. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have anything like in particular you want to see from Barcelona or Catalonia in general, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I will continue on my own trajectory of like random content. If you're not already, please subscribe and give me a like if you liked it. If you didn't, I don't know why you made it this far, but well done for you. You're helping the algorithm make this a better place for me. Anyway, besos and feliz año y felicidades y hasta pronto. Ciao.
Adeu. Adeu. Deu. Deu.